Hello everyone, it's Matt, Comic Order 410. A few weeks back, not only did I hit a small local show that they put on here in Baltimore once every several months, I also hit a pretty nice sale at a local comic shop. The store sale was 50% off back issues and 70% off variants, and that small local convention was only $3 to get in. It's a dealers only show, and I always find some great deals there. I was happy to catch up with the guy I saw last time who had the long boxes full of incentive variants priced at 5 of them for $20. So we got some great deals on variants. A lot of these were $4, basically cover price. First off, grab this beautiful Greg Hildebrandt variant to Guardians of the Galaxy number 6. Many of you know Tim unfortunately passed away years back, but Greg is still doing beautiful, beautiful cover work, so I grab his stuff whenever I can find it. And I also got the Greg Hildebrandt 1 in 25 variant to Secret Wars number 8 for $4. Very happy with that. Also grabbed the Rocket and Groot number 1 action figure variant. And yes, I'm a huge hypocrite. I bought a Gwenpool book. This was $4 though. It's the Howard the Duck number 1 sketch variant by Ron Lim. And I basically bought this because I was pretty sure I could trade a friend for some books that I really need. And her number 1 dropped. It sold pretty well, of course, and the variants are going for okay prices. So I think it might have worked out in my favor. I think I'm going to get some Deadpools that I needed. Saw this at that store and it was priced at $11.99. I decided to take a gamble and wait and see if it would be there at the sale, and came back Friday and it was there. So I got this. This was $11.99. I got it 70% off. This is the Extraordinary X-Men number 8 variant by Larry Stroman. And Larry Stroman worked on the relaunch of Alien Legion. I'm a big Alien Legion fan. Also found from that dealer who had 5 variants for $20. He had a bunch of G.I. Joe variants that I needed. Not sure the issue number on this. It's a little earlier because at first they weren't putting the issue numbers on the action figure variants, but this is the G.I. Joe Bazooka variant. I really dig how they're actually using the real package art from the 1980s Hasbro toy line. Have a lot of great memories of that toy line from my youth. This is the G.I. Joe 222 subscription variant with Stalker. Got the G.I. Joe 223 action figure variant with Rock and Roll on it, and I'm actually very happy to get this one because Rock and Roll was one of the very first batch, was in the very first batch of G.I. Joe figures released, and he was the first G.I. Joe toy that I owned as a kid, so very happy to have that. Got the Cobra Commander action figure variant to G.I. Joe 226. Got the subscription variant to Cobra World Order, the Prelude. And I'm normally a pretty big fan of Francovilla's covers, but I don't know, this one to me doesn't look quite as impressive as a lot of his other work, but I still bought it because it was cover price. Got this one at the store sale. This was priced at $30, so even at 70% off, I still paid $9 for it, but I needed this new 52 Batman 16 variant. And it's a beautiful painted cover. I'm not sure who did it. I'm going to have to look that up, but it is gorgeous. Also got the Mad Magazine variant to Batman 30. I'm a big Batman fan, obviously. I'm also a big Mad fan, so I picked this up. It was $15, so I got it for $4.50. They had the Deadpool 8 variant for $10, so this was actually $3, so scored that below cover price. And back to the dealer at the convention, found in his box for $4, the Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows number 4, Gabriel Dell'Otto 1 in 25 variant. And the Gabriel Dell'Otto 1 in 25 variant to Secret Wars number 6. So I was happy to score those for cover price. And unfortunately, this book here did not come from the sale or that dealer. It was another dealer at the small show. This is the Salvation Run number 7 variant. I actually have all the Salvation runs and the variant to number 1, but for some reason, I don't know if my shop didn't get this or somebody bought it before I got there, but I didn't get this when it came out. And back in the summer, a little earlier, this book really shot up in price and was going for a lot. It's cooled off a little bit now. and I paid 40 bucks for it, but it's a near mint copy, and I'm happy to have it because I just really love this beautiful Neil Adams Joker cover. So happy to finally own that. At the small show, I found this gorgeous near mint copy of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #6. Mine wasn't this nice. I talked the guy down to, it was either 20 or 25 I paid for this, and then I took my copy that I had and sold it to my friend for 12 bucks, so everyone was happy and that worked out nice. Beautiful copy. Found this half off. This is Eclipse Comics, The Hobbit #2. I was talking with my friends Tom Ryan and Evan Leahy about this series. It's hard to find beautiful stuff, but Tom was nice enough to inform me that when the Hobbit movie came out, they actually reprinted this mini-series in softcover and hardcover, so I might try and find that. My pull list shop had this set of The Boys by Garth Ennis, and I should have bought this earlier. I've been told many, many times it's a great read. I just never hopped on. And I know they announced that it's going to be a show on Cinemax, and I saw what #1's going for now. So I'm glad I got this. They had it packaged as a set 1 through 6 for $20. As you can see, there's a spine tick right by the staple, and another tiny one there that barely breaks color, but still, for the price, I snatched these up. So that's The Boys #1, issue #2, issue #3, #4, #5, and #6. Sorry about the noise. I think they're doing construction outside there. But found this also at that small show. This was $4. Snatched it right up. I love rip-off press stuff. And I was missing this Wonder Warthog. This is Wonder Warthog and the Nerds of November. Grab that up. This I was actually super stoked to get. I have the Aliens miniseries, but my #1 is a second print. And this is one of the earlier Dark Horse books. It's in black and white. It was coming out the same time around when Concrete and Boris the Bear were coming out. I'm pretty sure this is the very first licensed property that Dark Horse published. And the first print's kind of hard to find. They had it priced at $25, got it for $12.50. Was super stoked to finally get that over with. Not easy to find in the wild, in my opinion. These were actually in my collection, and I couldn't find them for a long time because they were in a box with a bunch of Wizard magazines. So this is Star Wars Galaxy Magazine #2 with a gorgeous Dave Dorman painted cover. Love that. But this one I was really stoked to rediscover that I had because I almost bought it at one point. Star Wars Galaxy #4 with this stunning, stunning J. Scott Campbell cover. And it's inked by Alex Garner, who I think is his best artistic partner. So really, really love that cover. It's the Gen 13 team there. Next up, some pull list stuff. When I saw this cover solicited, I asked my shop to pull it. I'm pretty sure it's a non-incentive variant, and I'm sorry if you're getting glare from the window here. But this is the Teen Titans 18 Wonder Woman variant by Phil Jimenez. Stunning cover. This is an homage to one of George Perez's Wonder Woman covers. I'm forgetting the issue number off the top of my head, of course, but had to have that. And I did get a few of the Superman vs. Batman blind bags. I'm just showing only this one because I was a bit let down. I heard Stephen Platt was doing the cover to Grayson, the variant cover to Grayson 18, so I said, hold me one of those. I cut open that bag, I pulled it out, I'm like, this Stephen Platt? Yeah, there it is, right there on the right, it's his name, but it's not a bad looking cover, but the reason I'm disappointed, in the 90s, I was a humongous fan of Stephen Platt. He had this kind of tricked out, manga-influenced artistic style that just blew my mind. His Moon Knight run is amazing and was red hot back in the day. He did some great covers on Prophet and some other books. But I'm kind of disappointed, honestly, that he decided to abandon that old artistic style and change it. This is a good cover, but I want my old Stephen Platt back. That's just me. Got Street Fighter vs. G.I. Joe on my pull list, and I asked him to hold the regular and the 8-bit covers for me. I hope I get the rest because it's one long connecting cover. This one has Guile and Gung Ho on it. There's literally like no story to that. You start reading, they're just fighting in a tournament right away. But next up, I'm a big Disney fan, as many of you know. I actually just got back into town last night from a week in Disney World. Had an amazing time, but I get all the Disney Kingdom books and asked them to hold Haunted Mansion for me. This is the regular #1. The story, you know, you can't really judge too much from the first issue, but I'm not overly impressed, but we'll see when all the ghosts and stuff start coming out. But I did hear that this book sold out pretty quickly at Diamond and couldn't be reordered for the most part. So we might have another Figment on our hands here temporarily. My shop also held me the Constance action figure variant to Haunted Mansion #1. Then at the 70% off sale at the other store, I was able to get my hands on the 3 Ghost variant to Haunted Mansion #1 at 70% off of $11.99. So very happy about that. I'm just missing the Scotty Young variant at this point. And at my trip to Disney, I had seen in the back of Haunted Mansion #1, they had this exclusive variant. As you can see at the bottom, it says Authentic Original Disney Parks. This variant cover can only be purchased in the Magic Kingdom in Disney World or the Magic Kingdom in Disneyland. And those of you who have been there know it's like $100 just to get into that park. So I was very happy they still had it, and I bought a couple copies of this one for cover price. Picked out two near minners for me. So very happy to get my hands on that. At that small show, I found this. I think this was $3 or $4, but I've been looking for this for a while. I had the first print of Django Unchained. I believe this is the 3rd print. I might be wrong about this. But the reason I wanted it's a Jim Lee cover, and it's gorgeous. So happy to finally have that. Bought a couple books off my buddy Evan Leahy again. I'm a big fan of 5 Ghosts. It's a great read. I didn't realize that my #1 was actually the Phantom variant, so I bought a regular #1 off Evan. Very happy to have that out of the way. And he also had 2 DC Comics Presents that I needed for my run. I got 33 and 34 off Evan. So now I think I'm down to only needing 4 issues of DC Comics Presents. Of course, one of them is 47, the insanely overpriced first appearance of He-Man. I'm a big He-Man fan, but I'm just not paying that much for it. Next up, real quick, got Ken Haeser to do another sketch cover for me. He worked on Army of Darkness and Army of Darkness Hack Slash crossover. And I'll try not to bend this up too much. But he did this beautiful wraparound of Ash with the Necronomicon and chainsaw slicing up tentacles for me. Beautiful cover. Gave me a really reasonable price on this because they were out of colored. Ran out of a lot of colored markers and need to reorder. So he did a nice job, and I still think it looks great in black and white. Very happy with that. And picked this up in my Polish shop. They know I'm a big fan of some of these kind of offbeat artists. This is a Hajime Sorayama art book. I can't really show the interior. It's a lot of naked women, but this guy's artwork is mind-blowing. Over here, you probably know his work from Penthouse Comics and Heavy Metal Magazine. But, I mean, stunning stuff if you want to Google him. I mean, beautiful stuff. This whole book's not in English. There's one of his not too raunchy ones. Slightly raunchy, but no nudity. But there's another one of his beautiful pieces. But this whole book is not in English, but just stunning artwork. They gave it to me for $5, so couldn't pass on that. And last up, got some amazing finds in the dollar bins. I already own these issues, but this is the collected Superman, Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow. One of my 2 favorite Superman stories of all time, of course, written by the great Alan Moore. It's a must-read if you haven't picked it up. Found the Superman 3 movie adaptation in the dollar bin. Got to read it and see if Richard Pryor's in there. Oh, there's my other Haunted Mansion variant. Accidentally stuck that in there. Couldn't believe this. This is a Batman 332 and a beautiful copy. Good enough for me to throw in a Mylar, and I found that for $1. So, great Jim Aparo cover. Found some nice Bronze Age Spideys for $1. And this has a tiny bit of spine rolling, but it's not in bad shape at all. Amazing Spider-Man 190. 240. 241. I believe this is, in my opinion, this is about where John Romita Jr.'s art style started changing, and I kind of preferred it before when his stuff looked more like his dad. But Amazing Spider-Man 242 and 243. So it's always nice when you can knock out some old Spideys you need for $1. Found a near mint copy of X Factor #1 for $1, so wasn't going to pass that up. And did some great work on my What If run in the dollar bin. Got number 46, number 32. Sorry, they're a little out of order. This one had some big spine rolling, but I needed it. I was missing it, so I just bought it. Number 33. Number 34. That's a really sharp copy, too. Nice bright copy. Number 36. Number 37. And I've said it before, What If was one of my favorite series as a kid because they could just do whatever horrendous stuff they wanted to do without any repercussions in the real Marvel Universe. It was out of continuity, so always liked that. Number 40. 41. 38. And 47. I also got the one with Conan and Thor fighting too, but I don't know where I put it. So, but love that beautiful Bill Sienkiewicz cover to What If Loki Had Found the Hammer of Thor. That cover is worth the price of admission alone, in my opinion. But everyone, thank you for taking the time to stop by. As always, I always appreciate it. Take care of yourselves and enjoy your comics.